Good morning, y'all, depending on when you're watching this. Good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Chris, I always told I had a voice for radio, and today we're gonna have a look at Pokemon Scarlet and Violet's newest set, Stellar Crown. I'm just kidding, I had you guys going there for a second though, didn't I? What's going on, everybody? Pokemon announced the newest set in the TCG expansion today for Scarlet and Violet, and it's Stellar Crown, coming to us on September 13th. Now, we're hot on the heels of Shrouded Fable, which comes out on August 2nd. Now, that is a special set. It's not a full regular expansion, but it is still a standard legal set. Now, for those of you that are familiar with the release schedule of the regular sets, we do have a pre-release so that people can go out and play in pre-release events 2 weeks before the full set release, which means that we're going to get 2 set releases in the month of August.
This is my nightmare!
Yes, so 2 weeks prior to September the 13th means that the last day of August, that Friday, we will be able to play and get the cards for Stellar Crown. So 2 sets in 1 month. That's a lot of cards in 1 month. Now, granted, they are separated by the beginning of the month and the end of the month. I do think that that is a lot. Now, the only thing that does save it, they're both very small sets, which is why I am calling Stellar Crown Obsidian Flames 2.0. I'll get more to that in a minute when we go over the actual set details. Let's go ahead and take a look at the visuals for all the products that they have showed us so far over on PokeView. So first up, we have our pack artworks featuring 4 different Pokemon here, and they're all Stellar types. So we have a Cinderace, we have a Galvantula, we have a Lapras, and we have a Terapagos. So the Lapras and the Terapagos are probably the 2 most popular Pokemon here, I would say. But until we really see more of what's going to be in the set, I don't think that these are 2 Pokemon that can really help sell the set, if that makes sense. But I am looking forward to the Terapagos because I love the Pokemon in the game. And then Lapras is just an all-time fan favorite. I love Lapras as well. We have the booster box artwork here, and it is featuring the Terapagos Stellar type on the front, as well as the Cinderace kind of as the box topper flap there. We have our 2 different Elite Trainer boxes. You have your Pokemon Center one, and you have your regular Elite Trainer box. Now, inside of these Elite Trainer boxes, you're still going to get your same content. You're going to get your booster packs, your dice, your sleeves, your condition markers, and your 2 promos. Now, the promos, this Noctowl is pretty amazing. I actually like the artwork on this Noctowl. I love this kind of sketch artwork style. But now, if you buy the Pokemon Center one, you're going to get one of these promos that has a Pokemon Center stamp on it, as well as a regular one without the Pokemon Center stamp. If you buy just a regular Elite Trainer box, you're only going to get that 1 single non-stamped promo card. Next up, we have our 2 3-pack blister artworks. We have a Tinkaton, and we have the Latias coming with 3 packs here as well. And I'm assuming they're going to continue that Galaxy foil style on the promos, probably along the borders and on the card itself. And we have our 6-pack bundles, or our mini booster boxes, as some of you like to call them. Now, it does look like they are staying with the smaller compact design on these again, compared to the way that we got in Paldean Fates and 151, where they kind of look like deck boxes. I think this is more for a shipping thing, so they can ship them a little bit easier. I don't really have a preference to one or the other. Let me know down in the comments if you actually have a preference to one or the other on those, but I think this is more just so they can ship them easier in bigger boxes. All right, so let's get down to the nitty gritty and why I think this is going to be Obsidian Flames 2.0. So looking at the set from afar, it's going to have 13 illustration rares. Obsidian Flames, 12 illustration rares. Mind you, there were a lot of really good artworks in these 12 illustration rares. We got to give it to Pokemon. They did a fantastic job with the little of the set it was. Next up, we have these 6 special illustration rares. Obsidian Flames, 6 special illustration rares. Identical numbers on this one. And then the new set, 3 hyper rare gold cards. Obsidian Flames, 3 hyper rare gold cards. Now, in this set, you are going to have 3 A-Spec trainers. That is the main difference from this set to Obsidian Flames, and the 1 extra illustration rare, which doesn't really make that big of a difference in terms of completing the set. But the pull rates of the A-Spec trainers are very high. Pretty much you're getting at least 1, sometimes 2, or actually a lot of the time 2 in every booster box that you open. So I don't think that any of these are going to be more than like $3 or $4, especially since Prime Catcher from one of the other sets is probably the most popular one out of all of them. And I really don't see any of the other A-Spec trainers taking over that most popular spot. So unless some of these special illustration rares are really amazing, or the gold cards are extremely playable cards, I don't really think this set as a whole is going to be very great. Now, there is some good news to this. The good news is that the set that comes next in October and November around that time, our final main set of the year before the Japanese high class set, which, by the way, segue, the Japanese high class set that was spoiled featuring the terrestrialized evolutions, that's going to be awesome, but we'll get to more of that when we have more data. Now, the 2 Japanese trademarks that we have coming up for this next set, we have Electric Breaker, and then we also have Dragon Paradise. So those are going to make up our November set, and I have high hopes for that because anything involving dragons, probably pretty good. Hopefully we get a really nice Rayquaza artwork, some Dragonites, some other new Dragon-type Pokemon. We have Roaring Moon already in the set, so I'm assuming there's going to be some kind of cool Roaring Moon art. Maybe not a special art rare since we already got one, but we'll see what happens. I have high hopes for that other set later in the year, but me right now, I'm not really sold on Stellar Crown unless we really see some amazing illustration rares to say, hey, I really want to go collect this set, or special art rares. Now, they could go throwback a little bit with the trainers and supporters, maybe bring back Misty or somebody else that's very popular, but I don't really think they're going to do that because this is based around the Stellar type in the game, which is the expansions further down in the Scarlet and Violet line on the video games. So I think they're going to try to concentrate probably on newer supporters and newer trainers in the game in that spot. I don't think they're going to go back and make cameos, especially since they're going to have the spot for cameos in the upcoming Team Rocket set next year, and also potentially in this terrestrialized Eevee set that we have coming for the high class set in December. So hopefully this was some good information for you guys and girls. Let me know what you think of the new set. If you want to watch more Pokemon content, click one of the two videos here, hit that subscribe button. I love you all, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day.